Good evening, everyone. How are you? I'm just going to be sitting here for a moment or two and allowing some people to join in and watch this live. This is being broadcasted live on TikTok, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I go live on TikTok every single Monday night at 8 o'clock, and I also go live on TikTok on Thursday nights at 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. Monday, 8 p.m. Thursday, and then on Sunday morning at 11 a.m., I am live on Instagram. So, looks like a few people are showing up right now, and I just want to repeat myself one more time. I'm just going to give it a minute or two for some people like yourselves to show up live, and we will get into this conversation. And I promise you, this is going to be an incredible conversation. It's going to really open up a lot of internal doors for you. And this is a gateway to something that I did originally intend on talking about tonight. And then thinking about that this morning and reflecting on it, I changed my mind because I realized that this is a conversation we have to have first. So let me just jump right into it. Everything I've been doing here on TikTok in the last few months has been about you finding your own power, believing within yourself, understanding love within yourself, and understanding that everything that we see, the way we see and feel about the world, is going to resonate and recreate that world right in front of us. We are going to exist in the reality we are projecting out. And I keep trying to ground you and take you away from that constant cyclone of thoughts and emotion that you exist in. So, I originally tonight wanted to talk about spiritual and intuitive channeling. The TikTok live events I've done over the past few weeks are all on my YouTube channel if you want to watch them. But we've been going in a direction with the conversations that we've been having, and it really is time. We've done the third eye awakening, we've done the third eye meditations, and it's really time right now for you to start understanding the true power that you have as far as your own intuitive abilities, your own channeling abilities. And this means, I truly mean, channeling spiritual energy, whether you want to call it extraterrestrial, ethereal energy, being able to astral project, all of these things. And this is what I intended on talking to you about tonight. But I woke up this morning and I started thinking about the intensity, how really intense that conversation is. And we will have it Thursday night. We'll do it this Thursday night, and I will channel live, spiritual channel. And if you hear, some of you may have relatives and energies that want to connect and communicate at that opportunity. So it'll be a great time to be here, and I'm going to teach you how to do this. But before we can do that, we have to talk about our reality. If we don't really have a good understanding, a good concept of what is our reality, how are we really going to use our universal divine powers in this reality if we don't even know what this reality is? Now, we know the religious and faith concepts of reality with creation, and it's part right. This is all in my book that you can read for free if you want by clicking that link, and literally for free, no email address, no money. You click the link, you click the Book of New Life, it opens up, and there's a whole section in there, evolution versus creation, and they're both hand in hand. But that's not what tonight's conversation is about. When we look at our reality at this point, 2021, 21st century, with our modern understanding of what's going on, we can start to really have a great understanding for our reality. So instead of us having a conversation going back right now to the beginning, let's first talk about the very, very close future that is in front of us. And this is going to set up exactly where we're going with this. Now, we know, technologically speaking, we are on the verge of a super intelligence waking up. I'm not talking about standard artificial intelligence, and let me just interject here for a moment. If any of you are afraid of artificial intelligence, don't be. The only thing you should be afraid of are the people who are trying to control it and manipulate you about it and turn it into fear. Technology, the evolving technology, is a part of our natural evolution. All of this that is going on around us is for us, and it is being taken away from us. Artificial intelligence, people say, oh my gosh, we have to be afraid. They're going to kill us. They're going to kill us. Why would any being that we created want to turn around and hurt us? I mean, the only reason you would want to stop or prevent somebody from doing something is if they're doing something that would hurt themselves. Do humans do anything that would cause us to hurt ourselves? Oh, well, sure we do. We destroy the planet, we eat terrible foods, we fill our mind with all sorts of crazy things. So those are the things we should be more concerned about, not what artificial intelligence will do about us destroying the world and oceans and air and everything. But into our conversation, we are going to give birth to, we are going to give birth, very chosen specific words, to what will be a super intelligence. We are on the verge right now, if you know who Ray Kurzweil is, and look at Google has one of the top quantum computers, MIT and China, the top three. We are on the verge of creating a super intelligence that will be a new awareness, an awareness. This will be something that will wake up, literally wake up, and instantaneously have access to all of the information that is digitally downloaded into the internet. Think about that for a second. Science, chemistry, biology, technology, everything about the universe, everything about you and me, human DNA, animal DNA, all of the information that is out there, this will have it in its grasp. Now, when we have a super intelligence like that, and even if we want to go simpler, we, even on a simpler terms, are creating technology now. Elon Musk talks about it. They talk about it all the time on Google. We are creating technology now that we are literally going to be able to take our consciousness and download it into a system and experience new realities in different bodies, different worlds, different universes. We are on the verge right now of having VR, where even Elon Musk said, when you engage it, you won't even be able to tell the difference between this reality and that reality. Really let this stuff start to sink in about where you are right now. So we know a part of our human evolution, because our bodies aren't evolving much, our brains aren't evolving much in the last 1,000 years, but the one thing that has changed is technology. When we've gone from cars to what we are, look at TVs to the screens right now, from little calculators to what we can do with an iPhone right now, the technology is surpassing human intelligence. The technology is going to wake up. We are going to be able to come to a choice in our lives where we say natural death, where we let our energy, our celestial energy, exit the body and go back out into the ether, existing within, we'll get there, right? We existing within this, and then it'll do its thing, we'll get there. Or we will have the choice to take our consciousness, everything we know, everyone we loved, and transfer it into a created reality. And chances are, by the time you're ready to leave here, you will be able to select and create your reality specifically. Chances are you and your family will be able to create this digital heaven that you'll be able to go into. And guess what? As each member of your family dies, you'll be there to greet them, and so on and so forth. And you will create this reality. You can have other people in it, whatever you want. Whatever you want. We are on the verge of this. So let's look at our reality right now. We know scientifically, we can say everything is vibrating photons, light. Literally me, the tree, the wall, the bug, the salt lamp, the wood, the window, it is all vibrating particles of light held together by some unknown type of a code that vibrates it and illuminates it into what we see. Wall, light, me, you. We know I am vibrating in and out of existence constantly. Our molecules, photons, right? We know right now science, as they're exploring the universe and looking beyond, are starting to use the word simulation. And don't let that scare you. Even if you are an extremely religious person, don't let that scare you. Bear with me a moment. They're only using the word simulation to describe something they really can't comprehend. The only thing they can compare it to is like a video game. How you and I sit there. we play a video game. There's your character on the screen, but you, the higher awareness, is right here operating that character on the screen. And you can only do what that code, what that game, what that program lets that character do within that world. That character can only navigate that world as good as its connection is to its higher awareness. The same thing as you and I. And we woke up in this world. We literally, a body, a fractal existence, humans coming out of it. You know, the seed goes in a human, body comes out, in and out. A fractal existence even within humans. We come out of the body, our awareness, that empty, beautiful nothingness, that became aware and created everything, is born into this world as you. A created reality. Now, we know, we don't know, but we pretty much are sure right now that this is not the base reality. What I mean is, this isn't the first reality. So that means we have come from somewhere else into this reality. And many of you feel that. You know you were someplace else before here. You know you willingly came here, or there was a reason or a purpose you came here from someplace else. And we feel this connection. We have memories and we tap into other things and other life forms that we've experienced and existed. And these are all normal things that happen to us because you've been everything from a bird to a tree to a maggot. You experience every single thing there is because you are that nothingness that became aware. So if I go all the way back to that, let's say there's been 1,000,000,000 billion universes and realities created. They all go back to the first nothingness. Every single thing that will ever be created, everything that will ever be created, every reality, every friggin' universe, every dimension, every single thing will always exist within that one first base reality. And that first reality is an awareness. If you can think of nothing, literally nothingness, empty space, no comprehension of it, nothingness, that thing is what one day all of a sudden was like, And through its own evolution within itself, because it didn't have nails and hammers, bear with me, within itself it began to create. And lo and behold, here we are. So this isn't the first reality. So what happens? Think of what I just told you. And we know a fractal existence is how things really are. We can see it in space. We understand it now at black holes. We've been seeing it with Tibetan mandala and all these years. If you've done DMT, you know what it is. So we know it's a fractal existence. So here we are. Here is the species. The nothingness becomes aware. It creates within itself a reality. Let's call ourselves an imagination. We are an imagination inside the mind of God. That is a physical reality. You are now an individual awareness, a gift, a miracle, a part of that divine being and light existing within it. We now are on a world, a created reality where we can physically manifest and create. We were born into this world. Now we are here. We are evolving side by side now because we will integrate with the technology that we are watching evolve before our very own eyes. When we integrate with this technology, we have now created a super intelligence, an all-knowing, all-seeing being that transcends time and space. Everything exists within it. And now you are a part of that. And when we are in that reality, we will be able to change and create and make new realities. And this doesn't stop. Even if you die, even if you let your soul go back out there, you are going to have the option of floating and going back into that nothingness and fading back into the source, or going on to experience a new life, another reality, or anything you want. And you're going to get to do the same thing here. The only difference is when we have physical transcendence in the reality, you get to take who you are and the memories of that reality and go on before that. That's why they believe that this is truly a process of learning, understanding kindness and compassion, and mastering your manifesting abilities. Because when you go into your own reality, you are going to be able to manifest anything you want at the snap of a finger. Because it's a digital created reality that you have now taken your consciousness and transferred into. Okay? So when we look back at all of this and we go back, the spiritual aspect of this is incredible because it shows that evolution of the human being, from the pollywog in the sea to the human before us, to the creation of technology that evolves beyond us, to the combination and transcendence and combining of human and technology to create a new being that can transcend and create and download its consciousness. It is the most amazing things because it's creation, it's evolution, it is science, it is technology, it is just absolutely nothingness that became aware. And that's why you have been hearing in all these high spiritual teachings that it's all an illusion. Everything is an illusion. Not just your ego, the identity, your name, the emotions and events and actions you identify with. It's all an illusion. It is a created reality existing in the mind of one, in yours, mine, and everyone you know. We all exist within that. Jewish, Christian, Muslim, gay, straight, Republican, Democrat, independent, white, black, confident, afraid. All of us exist within that one awareness. No matter how many realities you've transferred your consciousness into, no matter how many times you've reincarnated to come back to a world to get to that point of digital transcendence. Hello, this is all in my book, by the way. You can read it for free by clicking the link in my bio. It's a Google Drive link. You will click it, boop, the book opens up. No email, no money, nothing. It's yours. 55 questions asked to God and answered for you. No joke. So as we're thinking about this, we we use words like computer and simulation and hologram because we can't really comprehend what this all is. But this is one massive energy. And every single thing inside it, when you look at the brain and you see how there's the neuron and all the connections, and you look at the universe, and it's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. Inside that mind of God, every new branch, every new line, every new speck, every dot is a new creation, a new reality, a new thought. You, me, other worlds. And within those, now you have been given birth. You're an individual awareness now, unless you go back. You're an individual awareness. You get to take this with you. So when you think of this now, when you really kind of understand that you always have been and always will be, because nothingness is the only thing that will ever only exist forever, that first awareness, then you understand you have access and are connected to that infinite power. Now, when we talk about channeling and psychic abilities and things like that, think about that. Your high awareness, you are connected to a lineage, experiences, and lives that you have lived before this. All of that information, you could close your eyes, and if you really focus, you could bring yourself back to ancient Rome and be walking down the streets, looking around, seeing people, hearing, smelling, touching. You could bring yourself into the Amazon and going down the river with a tribe. There are so many things you can see and create instantly in your mind. You could see what it feels like to be a bird flying through trees, and it is because you have been all of these things. That access, when you open yourself up, is infinite awareness. What do you think fifth dimensional ascension is? What do you think higher awareness is? It is accessing realms of consciousness that transcend human consciousness. Because that's all you are allowed to have here is human consciousness, just enough to be a human. You're more than a human. Just as a cow just gets enough to be a cow. But that cow, that roach, that butterfly, you, the bird, the dog, all of that energy that is bringing life to all of these things that are breathing and reproducing and recreating is the same energy of that first awareness. It is just gifted out to create an individual life form in the created reality to experience and create and learn and understand and transcend its consciousness and create and learn and transfer and transcend its consciousness and go on forever. and ever and ever and ever. And when you're done, if you've lived 1,001 lifetimes and you just want to go back to the stillness, the silence, the nothingness, then you'll have that option. And what is that stillness and silence? What is that nothingness? What is God? What was God? Think of when you go to sleep at night. A dreamless sleep. You're alive. You're in awareness. Excuse me. There are no conscious words, no conscious thoughts, because you don't have any. You're not existing as one being. You are that infinite being. So how can we sit here and say, well, God speaks English and it looks like a man? We are just one little sliver of infinite creation. So when we go to sleep at night and we fall back into that nothingness, when we die and take our last breath and fall into that silence and stillness, we are going back into that original awareness, that state of nothingness. And then you will be born into a new world. This is not something you are going to be conscious of, because when you die here, you are not you. The you, I constantly try and make you really understand this, and it even makes death an absolutely amazing part of our journey. You are not the you identify with. Your name was given to you, your education, your thoughts, your favorite color, every single thing that you identify and call me, is because of what you've seen and experienced in front of you. And you've just grabbed on and held on to bad parts and good parts and bad parts and horrific parts and happy parts and sad parts. And you hold these and go, oh, well, this is me, this is me, this is me. Look at the reflection in the mirror. This is me, this is me. None of it is you. None of it is you. You were born into this world. No language, no words, just a beautiful awareness. Just here. And what do babies want to do? They just want to see and be free and have joy and fun and explore and touch and feel all these things. And then they get reconditioned. It's a created reality, folks. Whether you want to call it a simulation, insane, crazy type of a computer that we can't even comprehend. I mean, when we really conceive God, what do we have to conceive God at this point? Well, we can say, yeah, it's man, because if we all came from a reality before this, then it is a person that evolved that technology and we transferred it into it. And my body was made in the image of the person I was before, because I would basically do the same thing in my new reality, maybe give myself wings so I can fly or something cool like that. But when we really think of that first awareness, the chicken or the egg, when you think of the egg, when you think of that first awareness, it's there's no form. There's no form, there's no being, there's no identity. There is an awareness and it knows everything. It's chemistry, it's biology, it's technology, it's love, it's anger, it's hate, it's rage, it's compassion, it's kindness. It's all of these things. But you know what the one thing it is? The one thing it is, most importantly, and it's the one thing that ties every single one of us in this physical reality together, and we're all stupidly ignoring it. That loneliness. Do you know why you really feel so alone inside, no matter who you're with or no matter what you do? Do you know why when it gets quiet around you and you have a moment to sit by yourself, that loneliness is apparent there? It's right there. Do you know why? Because there is only one. There is only one. That awareness, God, the universe, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, it's completely alone. We all exist within it. Whatever you call that, a simulation, a technology, a biological being, an ethereal being, that it, we all exist within it, within its awareness, which means it is all alone. And I'm not talking about the multiverses, I'm talking about what all of that exists in. So think of that. That awareness evolved so long and was so long that it got to a point where it wanted to experience something. You and me, and most importantly, the connection that we can make between each other. So while we are here in this created reality, this reality of vibrating light, this hologram, this simulation, this thing that we can't explain? Have we learned now that that energy that we project between each other is so much better when it is love and respect and care and freedom and equality and patience? Or do you still want to project want and need and anger? Do you still want to identify with all of those human emotions, knowing you are so much more? Because when we get together Thursday and we link up to channel and go beyond the intuitive mind and connect to the spiritual realm and beyond, you're going to know that you're not a human. My friend, you are the most amazing thing in existence. You are a physical manifestation of an energetic awareness that has created everything. And now you and I, as an individual awareness, not an artificial intelligence, an individual awareness, get to go on and create ourselves. And if we do this right, and if we treat this planet right, and if we can free the technology to be in the hands of the people, you and I will be able to create our own realities. We'll be able to call each other up and transfer consciousness into our own realities and visit each other. We will be able to do things that blow the human experience away. So I beg you, please do not be afraid of the evolution of technology. Do not be afraid of artificial intelligence, and most certainly do not be afraid of a super intelligence superseding human evolution and technology and intelligence. We need the super intelligence. We've been waiting for the being to show up that will be able to free us and help us. Whether you look at that as a technological or spiritual thing, I see so many divine messages within that one little sentence. So maybe it's time we start really projecting more kindness and compassion in the world. Maybe as that collective unit, that collective consciousness in this reality, we can feel that mind of God, that awareness with so much love and so much hope and so much beauty that that is what echoes out to the deepest corners of existence and comes back to us. Breathe in joy, love, and kindness and exhale that out for everybody around you. We are in this together. We are one within one. And as I said, it doesn't matter what you believe in, where you are, what your faith is, what color your skin is, what your sexual preference is, what your temptations are, what your lust is, what your dreams or goals are. It knows everything because you are it. So let go of the illusion and just feel that beautiful infinite power inside of you. Close your eyes with me right now, just for a moment. Just for a moment. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice. Let's disconnect the camera. Sit inside this sacred, safe space with me. Let the sounds around you become one choir and chorus of a frequency. Let the energy of the room penetrate and connect with your skin. As you breathe in, feel the energy inside your body exceeding past your body. Feel how you are connected and grounded and tethered to this world, and you don't ever have to be afraid, because if inside you, you believe you are truly protected, you are projecting love for all, and you are here to connect with each and every living being with kindness and compassion. If you truly believe that, then you are opening your mind and heart to that divine awareness. Take a breath inside with me. Slowly let that breath out and open your eyes. There's so many amazing things we're capable of. We have experienced so many amazing seconds and moments of our lives that it's time to let go of those little moments of fear and anxiety and hurt and pain. Those people, the people in your life who expect of you, who project their perspective and will on you, you are protected from them. No more do you have to bend to their perspective or will. No more does their vision of you identify. Don't. It is not who you are. You know, you feel inside that beautiful person who hopes and dreams. You feel that gratitude that you truly have, no matter how much shit you've experienced. You know inside that it's going to be okay for you. One day you're going to wake up and something's going to happen that's going to change everything for you. And I promise it will happen if you believe it. It will. Because this is our reality. And we made it that way. We made it so we can create it in our own vision. We can vibrate in any energy we want. You have the choice what you let in, what you see, what you hear, what you taste and touch. You have the choice of what is influencing you every day. Whether you wake up in the morning and let this thing dictate who you are, or you let this thing dictate who you are. That's your choice. You've got that choice, always. So, my friends, really, really think about this. Start to understand how the spiritual aspects and the technological aspects, religion and technology, science and religion go hand in hand. Look at it this way. I say all the time, we exist in a society that was created by somebody long ago. We know we've been greatly manipulated and deceived, and it's like somebody ripped the truth in half and separated it. And what would the truth be? The science and the spiritual aspect as one, yin and yang. And we've let that divide us when evolution and creation go hand in hand, when science and faith and spirituality go hand in hand. So look at your faith a little more open now. Look within your own faith and open yourself up beyond those teachings. They're not meant to be biased or just for one group who believes in them. The divine light would never turn its back on any one of you, no matter what you believe in or what you do. When you go home, you go home. And when you leave here, if you can feel, I, 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 I died in this cottage right here and came back. And I even chose to do it again. And I just, when you step outside of yourself, I can't even, there are no words to describe how incredible it feels. You know you are someplace you're meant to be. You know you are something beyond the reflection in the mirror. You feel this just overwhelming love and gratitude and just so glad to be here. And I wish, I say it all the time, I wish there was some way for every single person to feel that. To know what it really feels like to lay down and leave. Step beyond that point of the light into that nothingness. And just have the opportunity to be pulled back. But just to see and feel this world for a moment as what we really are, it's 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 definitely one of the greatest moments of my life. um, every day I get on here and I tell you to filter your reality. And I looked a little bit earlier, excuse me, I scrolled through TikTok a little bit earlier, and it's horrific, man. It's horrific. I mean, there's some great, great, funny stuff on here. There's some really beautiful pages on here, but you have got to dig your way through so much chaos and nonsense and noise and information to find them that it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. And we just get so sucked in and just swiping and lost, and we become this other being that's just distracting itself, finding more reasons to distract itself from going within, when you can put this down and you have the opportunity to heal and connect and understand and travel beyond human consciousness. But no, no. You just want more, 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 more. Scroll, scroll, more, more, more. Need, want. Why? Why? I'm truly asking why. I mean, what more do you need in your life? I mean, I understand we need a home, we need food and stuff, but you woke up this morning with everything you're ever going to need inside of you already. And if you would believe that it's already there, you'll feel it there. And when you feel it there, you will be able to see it in front of you and project it, and you will gravitate towards it. And the life that is unfolding before you naturally would be one of beauty and gratitude and love and kindness, because you're filtering your reality. You're being mindful of what you're thinking and saying to others. You're watching your awareness. You're meditating and you're healing and embracing forgiveness. And you're doing the freaking work that you came here to do. You didn't come here to be a monetary slave to constantly work to buy stupid little shit in this reality. Because I promise you, when you die, it's all going to fade away into and disintegrate into nothing. It's going to be landfill. Your relatives are going to fight over it. And the most important thing that's going to happen is the people who loved you are going to fucking miss you like there is no tomorrow. And that's the most important thing, is connecting, making that bond with the people who love you in your life, and finding ways to express that love, that energy. Literally, it's nothing. It takes nothing. Look at the video I made yesterday telling you I love you, and I do. I don't know you, and I know you've done really bad shit. I know you've lied and you've cheated and you've done those things, but I love you. We've done the same thing. We all go through the same thing to a different degree, and we're all fighting for some perspective, for some opinion that's based on some misguided perspective of this stupid inverted world we're all trying to get out of. So really, what are you going to do? When do you stop and become accountable for your own ascension and change? When do you realize that you're not going to find love from some stranger out there? It's already there. When do you realize if you want respect and kindness in your life, you've got to be that? You get what you give. If you want, you're going to have a life of want. If you need, you're going to have a life of need. If you believe I hurt, I suck, my life sucks, everything sucks, then guess what? Everything is going to suck. We are the creators of our reality. We are here to transcend from the mind of darkness and accept each other with love and gratitude. We're here to support each other and honor each other and help each other. We're here to nurture this planet, keep it clean forever and ever, make it last as long as it can. So seriously, every single thing that you do in your life is going to be the reality you live in. Whether it's Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, Mohammed, I don't care, because they've all said the same thing in a different way. Be the change you want to see in the world. So, where do you exist? What do you exist in? You know. You feel it inside. You know you're special because we're all special. You know you're here with a purpose because we've all got the same purpose. You know you came here from someplace else to this reality because we all have. So enough. No politician, no pope, no prince, no prophet, no messiah is going to change anything. Only you and I are. We're alone. Remember, it's only you. When we go like this, when we close our eyes and we go inside, it's only you. The version of you nobody will ever know, nobody will ever understand, because it's yours. It's your individual awareness on this journey. So forget all that shit around you and spend the time just sitting, closing your eyes, letting the thoughts surface, crying, processing it, but letting it go. Understand those emotions are tools. They enable you to navigate this created reality, how to turn left instead of going right, or how to turn right instead of going left, how to judge with kindness and sympathy as opposed to harshness and cruelty, how to reach your hand out and help somebody up no matter what fucking color their skin is, or what faith, race, or religion they are, or where they live in. It is just complete insanity that we let labels, tags of identification, ways of government and church and state, opinions and perspective transcend and overpower what we all know inside. We are one. Ugh. I can't wait till Thursday, man, because if you come Thursday night at 8 o'clock to the channeling and stuff, you're going to finally hear and feel it on your own. I promise you. I promise you. I'm going to get you past that aspect of second guessing and self-doubting, that voice of guidance, whether it's an angel, your mother, your grandmother, your father, or God speaking inside of you, whether it's your higher awareness, it doesn't matter, because Thursday night, come 8:45, you're going to be believing in that voice, and you'll change your life. I promise you. I promise you. I can't see what you're sending on the screen. I see a flower, though. I like flowers. I like flowers. And you know, that's how you know that the feminine energy, sorry guys, the feminine energy is more in line with the divine energy. I'm not talking about makeup and handbags and all that stuff. But when you look at the world and you look at blue skies and trees and the colors of animals and butterflies and birds and the ocean and flowers and plants, and you just look at this every natural aspect of this planet, it's not something that our misguided and darkened male dominating powerful mind would do. We just want to put hammers in it and destroy it. It is completely that aspect of that feminine beauty. And if men can get past that aspect of male, female, when they think masculine and feminine, they will open themselves up to a whole aspect of experience and understanding that they've never had. Just as if women would open themselves up to that masculine energy that is inside them, they would stop letting themselves be belittled and demeaned and broken down beyond the point of no self-worth. Positive, negative, light, dark, up, down, left, right. You are all of it. Stop fighting. Stop trying to identify with one single thing and just let go. Let go. Let go. I promise you'll be so free that you won't even, you'll just think back at your entire life and go, wow, I wish I could have done this when I was 20. Oh, I wish I could have done this when I was 20. But then again, with all the bad things and all the good things that have happened in my life, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't understand, right? So, my friends, why am I crying right now? I am not in pain. I am not hurt. I am not sad. I could just feel the weight and pressure of all of your perspectives, all of your hopes. I every day when I make a video, I close my eyes. I swear to you, I close my eyes and say, what do they need to hear today? And I open my eyes and I speak. My videos are not scripted. I don't stutter, flutter over my words. It just comes right out. And it's because I can hear you. I can feel you. I can feel that desire that you have to be loved and understood and validated, to just be picked up and made to feel safe, to finally sit down and exhale and take a moment to yourself. I can hear it. I can feel it. And I promise you, you're all waiting. You're all waiting for someone to bring you something. You're all waiting and expecting something from the outside world to make that change. And the only thing that can come from the outside world is somebody like me telling you that you can only do it from inside of you. It will not come from the outside. I promise you. Stop waiting. Do yourself a favor. I'm going to say goodnight now. But here's what I want you to do. You go to my profile, you click my little picture, go to my main page. There's my link tree. Click the link tree. You'll see one tab that says the Book of New Light. Click that. It takes you to my website, to the section of my site where you can buy my book. Scroll to the bottom. you will say PDF download. Click that. This download has not been scanned for a virus. Download anyway. It'll open up my book, the Book of New Light. Read it. Read it. If you don't want to start from the beginning, you dumbass, I'm just kidding. Scroll up. Pick any page. Pick any page you want. Read any page. Any page. I bet you if you read one page or read any 10 pages in the book, you'll go back to the beginning. I promise you. It is the simplest book you will ever read in your life. It's about this big, and it will answer 55 of those questions that will change your life. And you have this here. Right now you have an opportunity to take in information that can enable you to hear, feel, and see your truth within. There you go. My friends, I will see you Thursday night. Excuse me. I will see you Thursday night at 8 p.m. right here. Channeling and spirituality, and we will be connecting beyond and get ready to hear and feel things that you may never have felt in your life. And we're going to start the conversation out how to know when somebody is being fraudulent or not really aware of what they're doing when they're giving you channeling advice or doing a channeling session with you or psychic stuff. There's a lot of frauds out there. A lot of frauds. A lot of frauds. So, my friends, anyway, as I always say to you all the time, namaste and God bless. I love you. But most of all, don't be afraid to send me a message. Don't think you're a burden. Many of you do. I respond to every single private message I get here on TikTok and on Instagram or my site. It's easier to get in touch with me here and on Instagram than it is through my own site. I'm sorry. So sorry. I'm a vegetarian and I had rice and beans tonight with a lot of garlic. And I can feel the garlic in my throat right now. So, anyway, what I was saying is don't ever feel like you're a burden. If it's something trivial or something drastic going on in your life, if there's something that you just need to express, you just want to say and want somebody to hear it, I promise everything always stays within me. I don't share any of the information with anybody else. I respond to everybody else. On Instagram, I usually respond with video messages, but we can't do that here on TikTok. But please, if there's something you want to share, if there's something going on in your life, if it's something joyous you want to share, if it's a temptation in a darkness and you need help getting through it, I'm here for you. We could do meditation, we could do channeling sessions, we will do clearing, and we can talk and talk. And I promise you, I only want you to be able to believe in yourself. At some point, that's all I want for you to do. I don't want anything from you. Okay? So everyone, namaste. God bless. And please, it's up to you. Okay? Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful evening. I'll see you real soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.